Hello friend, how is it going? Welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. And look what I got for you here today. It's a 2005 Toyota Matrix XR, and apparently it refuses to start, and it was towed here to my shop like an hour ago. Let's go and see what's going on. So all I did so far, we pushed it in, right? I opened the hood, we pushed it in with the guy, the tow truck guy. He was nice enough to help me, but this is a light vehicle, so it's not a problem, right? So I was waiting for you. Look, the steering wheel is still sideways. Let me fix that. How do I fix that? Oh, okay, now. So let's see what will happen, right? Maybe it will start, who knows? So, key in ignition. Let's see what happens when I try to start it. This is automatic transmission. Oh, nothing. Everything went flat, no start. Okay, let's go look in the engine bay. And what it could be, right? Well, it could be a starter, right? Which I will not let you guess. I will just show you. It's right here, right? So it's hiding underneath that intake. It could be battery, right? But the owner said, well, all AC, she kept saying AC, it's on, and everything it's working. So it's probably the starter, right? Well, look at this. Don't you think there could be a reason why it doesn't start? This is tight, so that's good. But what the heck is going on with this? So without even going further, I'm going to disconnect this battery, test it, and clean this horrible mess. And I will actually start with vacuum, because I don't want this horrible mess falling on the tray, staying in the vehicle, right? This looks like original, right? Battery contact. You can see it's heavily corroded, right? What this sticker says. Oh, so it's 11/16, end of the year 16, right? So it's basically 17. So it's today's 2020. It's approximately 3 years old battery, so we will see if it's okay or not, but it's in the bad shape. This on top of it doesn't definitely look like the original Toyota contact, right? The 10mm will not work, so we will have to deal with that right now. Obviously, always when you are removing the battery, it's a certain. When you're removing the battery, it's easy to remember, right? Removing is the minus, so you remove first the negative, right? It matters. My goodness, this doesn't even want to move. Oh yeah, this will be not so easy. You might be replacing this whole thing, I don't know, because it tries to strip on the back. I will need to grab it with the pliers. It will be nice to put a 6-point socket, but there's no space, right? But I need to hold it back. I'm hoping I will not strip anything. We got a fighter here today. Will not give without a fight. Let's see. Oh yeah, I'm sorry getting in your way. I'm sure I'm getting in your way, but look at that. This is really bad shape. Now what I like to do normally, I show you, I like to spread it a little bit before removing it from the contact, but you can see it's moving. So I will be able to remove that away, and I will keep vacuum. So I cleaned it with the rag, but even before putting a tester on it on the battery, right, I will still go ahead and make these contacts perfect with this tool. Now, what do you think will be better for the owner? Replace the battery? Will this cost less, or replace the starter? What's your guesstimate? Huh? What do you say? And I will say, Peter, take it easy and stop getting ahead of yourself. All these scenarios in your head, right? So you guys are familiar from this channel with this tester. It's extremely handy. I believe you can buy it on Amazon. I got it as a sample a long time ago, and actually it works so perfectly I had no reason to buy the expensive ones, right? So look at it. So easy. You click it to the battery and we see it's a 12.4 volts. Now what I have to find out at CCA, right? Where is it? Uh-oh, it's written here. What are the cold cranking amps? Huh? Okay, so this is how it works, right? You remember, you put OK, English, in vehicle. Well, no, this is out of vehicle because I disconnected that. Now before charge, yeah, we didn't charge it, so before, and now it says regular flooded, and it will need that CCA. From the last battery it was 585, but I need to look with some light or something down there, so give me a sec. And that sticker really down there told me it's 640, so I need to raise it up, right? That's what the sticker says. And now I just pushed OK, so let's bring it closer to you and let's see what's happening. The test is always short. Good battery, look. State of health is 82%. State of charge is 68%. So ideally, I will immediately put it on the charger for her, right? But the battery should be okay. It has the 12.4 volts, 575 amps available right now. Internal resistance is scrolling up, but it's still acceptable, and it's a good battery. Okay, let's continue. You also know that I like this charger I bought recently in Costco. Really works for me. So let's put it quickly on the charger. Obviously it's still not active, right? First I put these and then I will plug it in the outlet. So here we go, right? Boom. And let's see what the charger will say. It always does the test of the battery. As you remember, I reviewed this thing, right? So this is how it starts. It's testing. If it was bad, it will refuse the charge. So let's see where it will start. Normally starts at 25, but it should jump definitely to the 50. Oh yeah, you see that? Oh, all the way to 75. So I think the battery is good, but is automatically the starter bad? No, because you remember, even that heavy corrosion on these could have caused a problem. This could be also corroded inside here, right? Because look, this is some aftermarket mishmash here, and I will have to make absolutely sure it's not falling apart or something. So I will continue with cleaning and inspecting this whole thing. Hopefully you have a good view of the terminal, right? So this is not Toyota product, so it has such a weird numbers. Now I will be using socket 11 to take it apart and see what's going on underneath it. Alright, that wasn't very tight. This one is, the other one wasn't. So obviously I'm attached to the vehicle. I cannot take it on the bench somewhere and take it apart, right? We are stuck here in this area. Oh yeah, it's falling apart and running around the shop. That's wonderful. Oh yeah, and a lot of fun, a lot of fun. Gotta tell ya, I made a mistake. I should have my hand underneath it, like so. But there will be a lot of corrosion too, I can see it already. Oh yeah, I caught the other nut. Right, so this is the part. Everything is crazy, full of corrosion. And basically, look, that's how it was touching each other. So again, more cleaning needs to happen. And looking at it with you, right? We are looking together. There is a lot of corrosion. The battery was not full, right? It should be 12.7, not 12.4 when it comes. But it was sitting for a while, right? Somebody was trying to start it many times. That's why it wasn't charged by the alternator. So that number is actually completely understandable and acceptable. So I would like you to consider one detail. So look at the design of this aftermarket clamp. So it's painted to prevent rust, right? But the paint is not conductor. The paint will stop electricity flowing through it. So we have it on the post, on the battery post. There's no paint, right? And then we had that flat connector down there sitting on painted areas, right? There were screws coming through it with the nuts. Everything was touching the paint. So I don't even understand how this car was working, because everything, it's supposed to be here, right? Unpainted area, the cable, the main cable is supposed to be squeezed there, but it's not, and everywhere the connection is over the painted surfaces. So I will also need to remove the paint from it, otherwise we have a problem with flow of electricity here. And only after that I can be serious about putting it together, right? Like how you want to put the main battery contact on the positive, how you want to put it on the painted surface. That's absolutely insane. I wonder who put it together. Hopefully someone was just helping the owner out, somebody who doesn't understand these things, right? And somehow, also interestingly, the vehicle was running, but we will improve that, right? This will be way better when we will be finished. Meanwhile, the battery is being charged, right? This, of course, I don't have a whole day for this, but I'm trying to bring it up in some acceptable shape. So the battery was on the charger approximately 45 minutes. Obviously it's not full yet, that might take overnight, right? But it's ready definitely for continuing in diagnosis. And what is ready is this connector, right? Everything is perfectly clean and it will carry the electricity without any problems. So do you think it will start just by restoring these contacts, right, electric contacts, or we are not so lucky and there will be more troubleshooting? Well, let's go see, right? I will open the vehicle, unlock it. Alright, now it's fully open. Let's go and see if we are lucky. Are you that pessimist or are you optimist? Who are you? Now our personality comes, right? So, all the instruments nicely on. You remember what it did last time, right? Oh, absolutely the same. Nothing is coming out of this baby. Alright, we will continue. And there are many things which can go wrong with it, right? Many things which are involved in the starting procedure, but I will skip all of it and jump direct on the starter, because this is most common reason why it will be not starting. So let's go look at that. And I try to show you where it is, and this intake is in the way to really show it to you, right? But these are the wires to the solenoid. So the first thing, you can always try to tap on the solenoid and see if it will move. Little hammer, right? And here is the solenoid. Ideally you have somebody in the vehicle who can try to turn it, the ignition, right, while you are tapping. So this is just a little trick when the starters go bad and you get stuck somewhere right in the woods and you needed to start it one more time, the last time, to make it back right to the city or home or to the repair facility. You can try to tap on it, and sometimes the engine will turn over and you will do it one more time. Let's see if it was the case for us, right? Probably not, but just for fun we can try it. Did you see that? I'm so glad I was filming it. You have perfect proof, right? When the starter goes out, tap that solenoid and the engine will start again. Now, to explain it correctly, this is not how I will give it back to the customer, because that starter is going bad and it will die on her maybe tomorrow again. We can even try if it will start one more time when I shut it down, right? But this was perfect example. We knew we have a good connection. She has check engine light, I wonder why. But we have a good connection. We fixed all that, but that wasn't it. See that? It keeps starting, but I will have to remove this starter, replace it. But this was the diagnosis, right? That was stuck. The solenoid was in the wrong spot. Keep starting right now, but the starter has to be replaced. And that was another fun video on Toyota Maintenance channel, right? You saw the tricks, right? And the way how to diagnose your failing starter. We didn't have to remove the terminals and see that the starter is getting signal, right? That it's getting 12 volts. That will be the next step, right? If the tapping didn't help and didn't prove the starter is bad, you will be just removing those terminals and using multimeter, seeing that the whole system, right, is sending the 12 volts to it and there's no problem elsewhere. So I hope you enjoy it. I think this was pretty cool, right? I will need to go get a part and replace it for her. Not sure if I will film it due to the very bad access. I will look at it from underneath. If it's filmable, I will, of course, because I have time today. Thank you for watching and please subscribe. You don't miss any future videos. See you later, my friend.